Hi Asad, how are you? Welcome to Cinema with Jamila again. Happy to be part of my program.
Thank you so much, Jamila. It's my pleasure being here again.
Thank you. So, Asad, I was preparing for the program and I found this study. Only 2% of actors make a living. So, how do we become one? What do you think about the study?
So 2% of actors make a living, or only 2% of the people are actors? 2% of the actors make a living, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So maybe most of them are freelance, or maybe in 5 years they have only one movie, one cinema movie, one theater movie.
Yes, this is
So
the
what do you think?
this is I think the problem with this industry right now, and it's purely supply and demand, right? There is a lot of actors, people out there who want to become actors, whether it's theater, whether it's television, whether it's movies, and the opportunities are not that much. Now with social media coming up, people are doing their own work, and they are doing very well. But because of that limited opportunity, that's why people could not break into it and they would struggle. So my advice to people is that there are so many mediums, explore all of the mediums, and inshallah, if you are doing well in one medium, you'll get to another medium, and then you'll break through, and you'll be able to learn and
Yeah.
learn.
Yes, so sure. So what's your advice for the youth people who want to attend the cinema field or the theater field and they want to become successful actors like you?
Well, I'm not that successful, but if they want to be successful, and I'm sure everyone has their special story, my advice to everyone is always keep doing what you love doing, and you learn and you grow, because you can never
Nice.
earn till you learn, right? So, my advice to everyone is respect the art, respect the craft, learn your skills, learn from everybody around you, and just keep at it. Sometimes you will, get success. Sometimes you will, get failure. I've gotten a lot of failure as well. But inshallah, if you keep at it, if you keep learning, if you keep growing and do things a little differently, then inshallah you will be successful.
Nice, nice words. And what did you learn from failure?
Failure is the best teacher, by the way. Success teaches you nothing. By the way, success teaches you absolutely nothing. Failure teaches you humility. Failure teaches you what you did wrong or what you could do different. Failure teaches you persistence. Failure teaches you patience, because nobody likes failing, right? There's a very bad feeling you get when you fail. So you get more patient and persistent. So failure teaches you a lot of things. And I remember, I'm forgetting the name of this producer. His daughter was also a producer, and every night at dinner, he would always ask her to tell, during the day, to tell him one thing which she failed in. And the day she says that, the day I tell my dad, that I didn't fail at anything today, he would get upset, because he's like, at this age, if you don't fail, you won't learn. So I think failure is
Nice.
is a blessing as well, and
Yeah,
one should learn from it.
yeah. Failure, the most powerful teacher, from my own opinion, also.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes? Okay. So, Asad, I want to talk to you, please, about movie theaters with bed seats. So, what is your favorite place to watch movie, since you are actress also?
Well, I love watching movies in the cinema. Like for me, people have moved towards online content like Netflix, Amazon Prime, Hulu. I still am a sucker for going to the cinema, grabbing your popcorn, sitting outside, looking at that grand canvas, right? That big screen with surround sound, and enjoying a movie like it should be enjoyed.
Nice, nice. I love your positivity also. Okay. So, Asad, there's many environmental factors that can affect our mood.
Mhm.
So, how does creating the perfect environment at your home or office is fundamental to you to be more relaxed and happy when you watch your favorite movie or even in cinema?
I think it's even beyond that. I think what you've said is absolutely spot on, right? That for anything in life, whether it's work, whether it's watching movies, whether it's creating art, that environment is extremely important. Whether it be your friends, your family, your own mental health, things that you're doing, it's very, very important. So I wouldn't just say that for watching a movie, you need that environment and that mental peace and that, that energy. but even for creating art, right? That's why you will see a lot of musicians who during the entire day will not do anything, but then will go to their studio at night once they're relaxed and they're in that state, yeah, where they say that my creativity struck, and then they will create music. The same with artists. And I would say the same would be then for watching movies as well, that your mind needs to be relaxed. But movies also help you relax your mind, correct? It gives you that escapism, it gives you that make believe world where you can leave the
Nice.
world behind and go and recharge and refresh as well.
Nice, nice. Thank you. So, in your own opinion, how does light affect our mood? So, how lighting affect the mood of films also?
Oh, light is very, so they say, right? Even today, if you look at, so I live in Dubai, you're from there, and the sun is out 365 days a year. And you will see a lot of tourists who, in their home country, because it's cloudy, because it's not sunny, they will come here and tell you one thing: we're here for the sun. That is how much light impacts your physical and your mental state. You sit in a dark room and suddenly you like start feeling a little bit low, you'll start getting depressing thoughts. But you sit in a room which is well lit up and suddenly your mood starts getting better. The same way in movies, if you look at the lighting and if you look at the color grading, when they want to show sad scenes or places where they want to build tension, that it is a place which is not that good, they will decrease the lighting, they will put a dark filter on it. And when they want to show happy, joyous, there will be a lot of colors on screen, there will be like
Nice.
sunlight, a lot of light.
Yes.
And that's how they will depict the mood. One thing which I actually don't enjoy in movies is when they use lighting to show different geographies. That if you're in one part of the world, let's say in the US, the lighting is perfect, but then you come to the Middle East or go to South Asia, they put a yellow filter just to play with the lighting to show it's a different country. I personally don't like that, but it just goes to show how these filters and lightings are used to depict stuff in movies.
Nice, nice. You have good experience in lighting also.
No, no, I'm just a
Okay.
very good watcher. I love watching these things and noticing these small things in movies.
Yeah, of course, of course. Okay. So, most of the movie theater replaced all of its ordinary seats with comfy double beds.
Ah,
Your opinion about this transformation? Maybe also in the VIP cinemas, exactly.
oh, it's not just the seats, by the way. Cinemas, to attract more people and to make it a holistic experience for people, have introduced food, have introduced 3D, have introduced 4D, have introduced these couches, have introduced, these beds. I think it's just to enhance experience of the people going and watching. Personally, I go for the movie. You can give me a bed and the best three-course meal, and if I'm not interested in the movie, I won't go to the cinema, right? But I think that this is good to attract more people and to give them different, I would say, places to watch it and different experiences to see it in. But personally, as I am a sucker for movies, I would just be interested in the movie, whether it's a small seat, a large seat, as long as it's comfortable and I'm not smudged up in it, I'm absolutely
Yes.
fine. But I think that these incremental experiences add to people's desires, and at the end of the day increase the number of people that are coming to the cinema.
Yes, you have to relax when you watch a movie.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so why is it important to adjust your seat?
Adjust your seat while watching a movie or adjust your seat in
Yes,
general?
in theater.
I think that because there is the posture and how you sit is very, very important, because if it's uncomfortable, it'll hurt you. But the other thing also is that you need to feel very, very relaxed, and you need to feel very, very at ease to immerse into that world that people are creating for you, right? Because when you, let's say, go to a
Yes,
cinema, for a moment you feel you're in that world. You can relate to the
yes,
characters, you're in their homes, you're in the cars when the chase sequences are happening. So you need to be absolutely at peace from a body standpoint, so you can enjoy the movie and immerse into that world.
nice, nice. Okay, so we all know that sitting close to the television can affect our eyes. Also, sitting too much, like I said, affects our body. So the importance of recliner seats.
Oh,
recliner seat.
this is turning into an infomercial for recliner seats. I think that again, it's a very, so. For example, for me, I've never like had a recliner seat at my in my home. I've always either been on the couch, or when I'm very lazy, I lie down in bed and watch movies at home. Or when I go out to cinemas, again, as I said, I prefer the normal seats as well. But I think that again, putting yourself at ease is very important while watching content. So you're totally focused and your mind is at peace. But one thing which I will say, don't get too lazy while watching content, because one thing which can also happen is, because you're enjoying the experience, television, Netflix series, movies, if you are in too much of a comfortable position, you might not move at all, and you might spend
Yeah, and
hours
you
and
can be
hours on that.
addicted.
Yes, so you need to draw
Addicted.
that, line of where comfort starts turning into addiction, which becomes detrimental to your health. So that's the balance that you need to find.
Yes, nice. So sitting is the new smoking, we can say. Tips or methods to start practice healthy TV habits.
So I think that this is one thing which also, since people have started working from home, companies have implemented, where they say that every hour you should stand up for 5 minutes, and you should massage your feet, or you should like do some exercises. I think that's something which we need to build into our lifestyle even when we're watching television. A lot of people, Jamila, who work, right, have standing desks, so they actually stand and work the entire day so as not to, so once a week or twice a week they do that. So maybe, having an alarm on your phone, or maybe, trying to walk in the middle of the content that you're watching, so that it keeps, even in airlines, they say, right, when you're on a long haul flight, like 15 hours, 14 hours, they say every hour, please get up and massage your feet, so that you don't that so that your blood
Yes,
keeps circulating. So I think that's
yes,
one way that people can build a healthy habit into watching television only sitting down, is get up every
yes.
hour. It's okay.
Yeah, yeah. It's nice. So, okay. So, what do you think about the cinema with subtitles? So, how subtitles bond people together? Your opinion?
It is brilliant. I enjoy watching movies with subtitles, and I think the world has come to a place where they are enjoying subtitles. And what it does is it gives you access to so much content and culture. Like, the biggest
Nice.
hit show in the last 3 years has been Money Heist. It has been seen across geographies. It's a Spanish show in Spanish. Yes, they put the English voiceover as well,
Subtitle.
but people preferred watching it with subtitles. And suddenly, a Spanish cultural show was so close to people all around the world because of subtitles, is that it became the best show for 3 years running. The same with a movie, a very famous movie which won the Oscars, Parasite, right? It was all because of subtitles, that beautiful movie went to so many people who enjoyed it so much that it won Oscar for best director and for best movie. So I think subtitles are absolutely fantastic, and you get access to so many cultures and people. These days, Korean content is all the rage, right? Before that, Turkish content was all the rage. I neither speak Korean nor do I speak Persian that much, but because of the subtitles, I could enjoy all of them, and I was big fans of that content. So
Yes.
subtitles are absolutely amazing.
Nice. And I wish for you to win the Oscar one day. You deserve.
Inshallah. I'll keep coming to your show because you give me such good prayers. I'll keep coming to your show to get these
Oh,
prayers.
thank you. Thank you. Okay. So, reading captioning does stimulate the mind more than just starting at the tube. It is active work. So, what are the benefits of reading subtitles? How can reading subtitles affect the brain?
So it's a hit and a miss, because see, reading stimulates the mind per se, right? So people should read. When it comes into content, right? If you don't understand the language, subtitles help you understand that language, again, let you immerse in that. For me, it's always going to be two questions. If reading subtitles on something which you already understand the language, deflects you from that experience, from the movie, right? From the content, then subtitles are detrimental, because at the end of the day, if you understand the dialogue, then immerse in it. But if subtitles are adding to the experience, then yes, your mind will be stimulated. So, for example, if I'm watching a show in English, I will turn the subtitles off, because for me, it's more important to be immersed. I'm watching the content, I want to be immersed in the content. If I can't understand it, great, I'll read the subtitles. Otherwise, if I just want to read, I'll read a book. Like, why should I read the subtitles while watching the movie? So yeah, so that's just a personal preference.
Yes.
But yes, reading does help, but sometimes can distract you from the main content.
So would you read subtitles when you go to the cinema
Uh,
or when you watch a movie in the airplane?
if I don't understand the language, because I enjoy watching foreign films, so I'll read the subtitles. But as I said, if it's a language I understand, I turn the subtitles off.
So this is my favorite part.
Mhm.
So cinema with alcohol. So first, why do people drink alcohol?
In general, or before going to a cinema and a show?
In general,
In
or
general,
both if you want.
this is another 1 hour long conversation. But people, I think generally, majority of them either do it for addiction or do it just to feel a little relaxed, and to relax the muscle, relax the mind, like ease up a little.
Yes, and what is the difference between an alcoholic and social drinker?
Alcoholic drinks because he's pressurizing himself to keep on drinking, and it's become a pattern. And social drinker is someone who's pressurized by others to drinking, but he makes sure, or she makes sure, that they don't cross a level where they become an alcoholic.
Yes, maybe if you have social events, sometimes it's okay to
Yes.
drink.
It's If you want to drink, it's okay to drink even alone. But if you don't want to drink, then even if it's a social setting or if somebody's pressurizing you, it's your choice to make.
Okay. Okay. So, new researcher has shown for the first time that alcohol on TV makes people drink more. Your opinion about the study? So, if I,
Absolutely, absolutely. And it's not just alcohol, it's anything. Media has the power to influence unlike any other. And whether it's alcohol, why do brands pay so much money to movies and television for product placement? That if the actor is having milk, he will have milk of this brand, right? If he is brushing his teeth, he'll brush with this toothpaste, because media influences that much. Whatever they show on television or in cinema, you get very deeply influenced and impacted by it. Look at romance. Movies have destroyed romance for us because we think it's going to be that perfect life, right?
yes,
The
but we're
same way,
talking about alcohol
yeah,
exactly.
the same way, building on that thought, right? The same way, alcohol, if introduced in media and if shown on television or in movies, instigates the same kind of influence. And people open up to it or feel comfortable with it or feel the want to have it even more. It's the same. It's Media is a very strong influencer. Whatever you see, you want, whether it's alcohol, food, whatever it is. So, yes,
Smoking,
smoking,
smoking
absolutely.
sometimes.
Now you know that there is also a law, right? That whenever smoking or alcohol is shown on television or cinema, well, not in cinema, but on television, you have to put a disclaimer that smoking is injurious to health. Alcohol
Yeah, of
consumption
course.
can leads to addiction. This has to be by law shown. So that's
Yes,
how much impact it is that the law had to put that rule in.
yes. So, why alcohol is becoming more important to the movie theaters? Movie theaters. For a long time, the movie theater snack trinity was simple: popcorn, soda, candy.
Mhm,
That was all you really need.
mhm.
Today, however, more and more theaters are turning to alcohol to give a pump to their bottom line. Your opinion, please.
You said it. So there are two reasons, right? One is the pump to the bottom line. I'll give you an example. Theaters where you have plays, right? 70% of the profit comes from F&B. 70% of the profit comes from F&B. and most of that profit is driven by the sale of alcohol. So when you go to any show on Broadway, you'll see people having a drink before, and then you'll see people having a drink in the interval. Theaters
Yes.
sell it because it makes money for them. People consume it because they want to feel a little relaxed before they go and watch the show. And obviously, if it's inside the production, then you get influenced to come out and consume it. So you hit the nail on the head that this is why alcohol is consumed and sold in theaters and cinema.
Well, now we will go to why we love watching people eat popcorn,
Mhm.
the most powerful tool in cinema to make people happy and relaxed and not even hungry. So, food content have garnered a large number of audience and fans. But what is so special about looking at food through a camera lens? For example, cinema movie.
Food, again, the influence is so high that whatever you show will get you to like go and do it, right?
Yeah,
But
for example, the chocolate movie. It's all about chocolate. It's all it. You did, of course, you did watch. It's all
yes.
about dessert. Yes,
So, and again, that's food is fundamentally something which everybody wants, right? There is not a single person on the planet, and this is very unique, right? Some people may want one thing, some people may want the other, but every single person on the planet wants food. It's like that that binding factor that as a human race brings us together. And food is also good for the soul because there are these studies which says food is good for your mental and spiritual well-being as well. So when people go and see these beautiful movies made on food like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, or even in a scene you see somebody having a slice of pizza, suddenly you're like, I want pizza, right? I want to have this because I've seen it. So
I
it's
will order pizza after the show.
Oh God, and the worst is in Ramadan when you watch shows while you're fasting, you want to eat everything at iftar, right? And I know,
Yes,
I enjoy watching TV content like soap operas during Ramadan because a lot get released as well. And I'm literally just sitting and ordering. Okay, at iftar now I want pizza. Okay, at iftar now I want a burger. Okay, at iftar I want this cake as well. So it is quite enticing when shown in media. It definitely is, and it's
yes,
the binding factor because everybody just wants food.
yes. So why filmmakers use food? Is it only to grab the audience attention, or there's something more behind it?
Oh, food has been used in different situations and different scenes to drive different messages. There was this movie, Shaft, in which Samuel L. Jackson is there. And just before he would kill somebody, he would pull out a burger which he was carrying, eat it, and the ketchup would drop, and then he would kill the person. So that was depiction of suspense
Yes,
and gore that I'm going to kill you. In some movies, like especially if you look at festive movies, My Big Fat Greek Wedding, Home Alone, which is around Christmas, these tables of food are there to show that grand celebration and people coming together, right? Then in some movies, they will show food where somebody is having an ice cream and it's melting. Over there, food is being used to show that it is very hot outside. So food has been used in various ways across various platforms to drive various messages. But I think that personally, where I love seeing food is when it's at a dinner table or a festival where people come together. And then whether it's a tension scene, whether it's a happy scene, whether it's a party scene, I think food bringing people and characters together for me is my favorite use of food in the medium of cinema.
nice, nice. So, what is the most top food sense in movies? For example, Home Alone. If you have another example also, that people remember till now, and they love to watch it over and over again.
I think all of these grand movies like My Big Fat Greek Wedding, Mamma Mia, this was all around food. There was one Bollywood movie as well called Dawat Ishq. I don't know how many of your viewers would have seen it, but that movie was primarily around food. The protagonist was a guy who ran a restaurant, and the girl was a foodie. So the entire movie, their romance and story was around different foods which he would cook for her and which he would take her to different parts of India and introduce her to. And these are the when I think about food, these are the first movies that come to my mind because they were corely centered around food.
Yes, we have to stay healthy first. The most important lesson.
Absolutely, you
We
can,
don't have to eat too much.
but you can indulge a little, maybe on the weekends or once a week.
Yeah, if you
But
watch a movie, it's okay because you
yes,
want to enjoy.
yes.
Okay, so why we eat popcorn at the cinema? So, what is your favorite movie theater snack?
Popcorn. But now first it just used to be butter popcorn and salt popcorn. Now they have nacho popcorn and caramel popcorn and cheese popcorn and chocolate. I personally love popcorn, but what I do is I take cheese and caramel and mix them up. So I enjoy
Yeah.
cheese and caramel popcorn mixed because it gives you that kick and that sweet flavor. I love it. I don't eat anything else. I have my bottle of water because I don't like drinking soda, and I have my caramel
Okay.
cheese popcorn, and I enjoy the movie with it.
The popcorn is behind you. You can eat from it. It's behind you. The logo.
Yes.
Okay. So, from your own opinion, Asad, do you think popcorn and movies go together?
Absolutely. Food and entertainment always go together. Popcorn has become that symbol. So popcorn and movies will always be linked. But generally, even if you go today to a cinema, you will see that there is such a big menu, right? You can select from so many things because food and entertainment definitely go together.
Yes. Okay. The popcorn is not showing.
The popcorn is
Can you
here.
try?
See,
It's
it's right
showing?
behind you. Yeah, yeah, it's right
Yeah.
behind you.
My popcorn. My popcorn program. Okay. So, according to the science, whenever we hear a new name, our tongue subconsciously practice its pronunciation,
Yep, yep,
and
yep.
that's how commercials manage to imprint brand names into our brain. But
Correct.
if we're eating popcorn, our mouths are already moving. So that process interpreted your opinion about the study.
It's very interesting. I've never heard of this study before, but it's very, very interesting. I think in terms of, again, in terms of registering your characters or registering your stories, a commercial only has like 15 seconds, right, to put a concept through to you. But in a movie, we have a lot of time, and I think the grand canvas and the visuals are more which we use to register. Like we always, even when choreographing a scene or a song, we say, okay, was the character registered or not? Was that moment registered or not? It might be something which is non-verbal as well, right? But a close up to an actor's face with a tear coming out makes you realize, okay, this person got sad. So I think that cinema, because is so visually dominant, that's why having that popcorn doesn't impact the experience. But in isolation, this study is really, really fascinating. That when you hear a new word, you start try to pronounce it to register it in your brain, and because you're eating popcorn, it doesn't happen in the cinema. But I think because cinema leverages so much visual, right, key visuals to break through to you, that's why maybe it never impacted a moviegoer's experience, and that's why they kept eating popcorn like me and watching a movie.
Well, I eat nachos. But after this episode, I will eat popcorn
Of
and pizza
course.
and nachos.
And you will have popcorn, caramel, and cheese mix. Then you will
Yeah,
enjoy.
sure, sure. Or chocolate also. So, Asad, so this is the last episode in English version cinema with Jamila. First, I want to thank you for your support and effort, and I wish all the success for you. Do you want to add anything more about cinemas, movies, or any advice you want to add? Anything you want to say?
First of all, thank you very much, Jamila, for this opportunity. It's a wonderful show, and I wish you best of luck as you move to other languages. And this is a wonderful concept, and I hope that you keep continuing this. My
Thank you.
last thoughts to people is that cinema for me, since I've been a child, has been a mode of entertainment, and then became education, and then became passion. But to enjoy content, right, you have to watch it in its rightful place. So if a movie has been made for cinema with IMAX cameras or with that canvas, please go and watch it in the cinema. If it has been made for consumption online, then feel free to watch it online. But trust me, that whole experience of going out, sitting in the cinema, or even sitting in a theater watching a live production, there's nothing that will match it. So stop being lazy and go out, watch movies in the cinema, watch live theater, because that medium is the only place where you will get three-dimensional entertainment and have fun. Let us entertain you with our content, and if at the end of the day we can make an impact to someone's life, we're more than grateful. And if you are a budding actor, keep acting. One day, inshallah, you will also be hosting a show called Cinema with Jamila, like Jamila, and be in the forefront. So keep at it, and best of luck to all of you out there.
Thank you, Asad. Good luck. Really appreciate your effort. Have a nice day.
You too.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much.
Bye.
Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.